The Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, taking the show on the road. As you can see, maybe I sound better too. Who knows? I haven't actually heard it played back to me yet. This is the challenge, episode 12. We don't have the fantasy scoring because Rob's being an asshole about it, and he has like job interviews and school to do. Can't do up the scoring, but that'll come out if you go to the site later on. We're here to recap the show. Also, Paul Shag off today. Stephanie is joining me in studio. I almost said Frenier again.
Yep.
Frenier.
Yes. Americanized.
Americanized?
Yeah, it's just the way it is.
Just like how you say like foyer, which makes no sense whatsoever.
Yep.
That's fun. If people want to get into a draw for 20 DK bucks, there are two ways to do that this week. Number one is smash the like button for the episode. Leave your DraftKings handle in the comment section. And what's some good for a giveaway? Challenge related. I do who's going to win, but I feel like I've done that like the past 3 weeks. Who's going to win?
Yeah.
The single one person you think is going to win.
Sure.
And you're in a draw for 20 DK bucks, and winners will be announced on next Monday's show. Also, if you rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes, 5 stars, DK handle, something nice about the show, you too will be in a draw for 20 DK bucks. Let's talk about this one, because we had the worst elimination in the history of the challenge,
Oh
I
my
think.
God. I was like shocked at how boring that was. And
Was
confusing.
it supposed to be that easy?
I don't know. And I was so confused. First of all, I thought Georgia was going to look like such an idiot for picking Turbo. But
Smart.
then
I like that move. That's a smart move.
you think it was.
Of course. If you're going to get anyone there to tie you up, you got the guy who has no scruples about anything. It's like he's going to tie you as tight as possible.
Yeah, and then Wes's brains just going away, I guess, and not being able to tie up Georgia for anything.
Maybe he wanted Nani gone. Maybe it was subterfuge.
Ooh. Well, I don't know. It's confusing because you'd think he'd want to keep him around for Hunter's sake, since he claims Hunter's his, counterpart this year, but I don't know if that's real.
Not really buying that.
Yeah.
But Wes is aligned with everyone, so I guess it doesn't matter.
At this point, he is.
But Georgia breaks out of this thing in
2 seconds.
Yeah, and it's over.
Yeah.
And then Nani's stuck there, which was pretty amusing, I must say.
Yeah, she just crosses her legs. She's like,
if you're Georgia, obviously she made the right pick beating Nani.
yes.
Is Nani your pick here? Are you gonna go with Devon? Maybe go with Kara, knock her out?
Well, Kara has those big muscles.
Yeah, but is she actually? When was the last time she did anything?
That's a good point. But she also manages to avoid eliminations. When's the last time she was even in an elimination?
She's basically the new Bananas.
Right.
And Bananas went 6 years without being chucked in an elimination. He kept winning.
Yeah.
Now Kara's
All
just
of a
getting skating to the finals every single time.
Yeah.
You don't like this season, do you?
See, my problem with this one is I like when they bring in new people that we don't know. But this time it's too many.
See, I like it. It's like a fresh meat season.
It is.
Because last season was terrible.
I guess I would agree if there weren't so many people that just were nobodies. D is a nobody. Theo is a nobody.
Well, he was in the Olympics.
No, I mean they do nothing on the show.
Oh, yeah, Theo's going to win, though.
Is he?
Probably.
See, right now, if the finals come down to 3 of each gender, I'm going to say Wes, Turbo, and Polly.
I think Polly... Okay, so let's go to the end of the episode now.
Okay.
We can talk about the challenge and how they ended up getting there.
Yeah.
The challenge itself, it was a fun challenge to watch. There's not really much to talk about, I guess. Talk about...
Well, you get Ninja freaking out.
Whose side... Okay, let's talk about the challenge
whatever
then.
reason. It was a guy's elimination.
Either way, but it's she wants to win. I appreciate her tenacity and willingness to win. She doesn't want to be a loser.
But why did she even think that they lost?
I don't... Well, because Turbo had a strategy. He's we're just going to take all the heavy stuff and we'll win.
Yeah.
I guess she wasn't on board with that, but... Everyone kind of took Turbo aside. I was even scanning I try not to look too much at the internet as it pertains to the challenge, to stay out of that. But people are on Team Turbo. So, I'm always on Team Turbo.
I can't stand Turbo.
What? Why?
He overreacts to anything.
Well, I don't think he has quite the grasp on the language as the other people do. So I think he interprets things the wrong way.
Well, he definitely makes me have to read subtitles, which is
great.
not my favorite thing to do. It takes away from your TSOP, your time spent on phone. You have to actually look, which is...
You're on your phone during the challenge?
Not as much as a different show,
it's like one of the
but
3
a little
shows
bit.
I put it down.
A little bit. Not as much as others.
Okay.
Like Housewives might as well be a podcast. Like, you don't need to look at the Housewives ever.
What if you had to rank your Housewives? Because I have to watch them with my wife.
Yes.
What are the best ones?
Seasons?
Just of the Housewives that are like currently on, like in the last year of them.
New York City is by far number one.
I like Beverly Hills.
They just don't have like real genuine drama. They have stuff going on in their lives that they don't talk about. Every single one of their husbands is being sued for God knows what right now. Like,
Leave poor Ken Vanderpump out of this.
he's like probably one of the ones that isn't. But PK is being sued by the Bellagio. You got, I think Mauricio is being sued by, a client. These are real things that we could be talking about. Erica Jane's husband is being sued.
Really?
These are real things.
How old is that guy? Like 90?
He's in his 80s.
Yeah, he's real old.
Yeah.
So you like New York?
It delivers every episode.
Just because you love Dorit?
No,
Oh, no, Dorit's
Dorinda.
on. Dorinda.
You're thinking of.
Yeah.
Dorinda, not exactly on her side this season.
Okay.
I'm generally ride or die for Luann, but this season she's been a monster. Crying about the fish room was so rude. Just because you were hungover in that room one time does not mean you can't ever go into a place again.
I mean, if that was going to be the case, you can't go anywhere.
Exactly.
If that's like the minimum bar that we're going to use of places I can't go anymore because I'm too triggered.
Yes.
I assume you're watching Vanderpump.
I do not watch Vanderpump Rules. I know, I need to. It's too far. It's like 8 seasons. Like
Just go back. It's an easy watch. And it's the best of all these shows, except for The Challenge.
That's what they say.
So let's go back to The Challenge.
Okay.
We need some, I guess we had Faith on for Vanderpump Rules last season, but we could use more.
I watched her on...
X on the Beach?
Yes.
I've watched like
She was very
5
interesting.
minutes of American X on the Beach.
Yeah.
Unwatchable.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only watched the first season of it.
The British one is also quite unwatchable, but it's like far lower production and way more hilarious. And people fight on it, like they really get like...
Yeah. That's what's missing from this season of The Challenge.
Fighting? Or hooking up?
Both. Where's the alcohol? Because they're not giving it to them.
I think they are. It's like how Paulie and Cara talk about how they're fucking all around the house, yet we've never seen it. I think they're just actively not showing us this
Right.
stuff.
It's like, I don't watch this show because it's rated PG. Like, I want to watch rated R Challenge. Like, really.
So this season just doesn't have it. You just don't have it like you...
I'm confused at why they got rid of the partners and then managed to still do a partner challenge. Why did they do that? I'm confused. My main problem is the tribunal.
You don't like the tribunal.
That's taking up our drama sex time. Because we have to have this pointless deliberation where nothing is established, really. I guess they could make a deal, but we don't need this formal, dramatic scene to have that discussion.
And most deals are probably made just around the house anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's just kind of like an unnecessary step in the elimination process.
I enjoyed on Free Agents when they just like sat them around the pool and people voted.
Yes.
It was very quick. It was to the point, and then people like would freak out.
Yes.
That's what you're looking for here.
Or secret vote. I liked secret vote.
When's the last time they did a secret vote like Cutthroat?
I think it was last season, where the
barely
two of
remember.
them would go into the room and
That's
they'd
right.
have them up on a monitor. But that was kind of tricky. That whole season was extremely complicated. And
It was overly complicated, unnecessarily complicated, and the season just wasn't all that good.
Yeah.
Dirty 30 was good, but like Reckoning and Vendettas were not. I like that they got back to this style of format.
Yeah.
I don't like the twist where they broke up the teams. We don't need a twist every season. Just have a season.
no redemption house.
I like that. I
didn't like
never
that.
want a redemption house.
Yes, right.
I hate that.
Yeah. It was because they're doing that on Survivor right now, essentially. They call it the edge of extinction.
What are you, like 59 years old watching Survivor? You're watching Survivor, not Vanderpump?
I know. It's weird. But it's ruining Survivor because no one's really out. So what's the point?
That's the whole thing, like, even with the challenge stuff. Just
Yeah.
like, I mean, even last year, I don't even think CT lost to go into the redemption. He was just done.
Yeah.
Like, just have someone lose an elimination. If they lose the elimination, they're out. Send them
Yes.
home.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be like 6 months worth of content here.
Right.
I guess they're trying to milk it because the challenge is like super highly rated again. So the elimination challenge this week, you get to pick your teams. Wes ends up with Davon, who is, I'm really coming around to Davon.
I love her.
I mean,
She's
I
the
still think she's a
MVP.
trash competitor, but she keeps proving me wrong every
She
week.
keeps winning.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It feels like she should not be winning. And then Ninja and Turbo like get into like an altercation because Ninja's just a crazy person.
Yep.
Like we saw a bad. And at least she has personality now. Before that, she was kind of a blank slate. What was Dee stepping in for? She was like, Turbo's getting yelling at her. Like Turbo didn't seem to raise his voice.
He was sitting
once.
down, and she's going like this. Why are you being aggressive? And he's like, I'm sitting here. But yeah, everyone online was all on Turbo's back, and I agree. I just don't really like him that much. I just can't. Something about him. I don't know how a guy like that could win Survivor. Because that's what show he was on,
He
right?
won twice.
Yeah.
I believe in Turkish Survivor, it's a fan vote, though, for who wins.
Okay. Because unless he's winning the immunity idol every episode, I don't know how... I just don't see him... I hope this isn't offensive, but, like, he doesn't come off as, like, a really smart guy to me.
Really?
No. So I can't imagine him getting involved in these complicated vote scenarios.
I just think he's terrifying, and people just don't want to cross him, because he might kill them.
Yeah, I guess. But if he was on Survivor with me and he wasn't immune, I would be voting him out every second I got.
Really? Because
he's clearly the threat.
But maybe he's like physically a celebrity in Turkey. Who knows? He has a ton of like Instagram followers. Yeah. That could be the case. Just be like, hey, I want to be partnered up with Turbo here. It's like how people were on like All About Bear this season. Because he's like the biggest social media person.
I miss Bear.
I miss Bear too.
That's what we are really lacking now.
So you made notes for this.
I did.
So it's a big upgrade because usually I do the show with Paul and Paul writes his notes on the back of a cigarette pack. And then they're so small he can't read them out loud. And as Paul has mentioned, he's not good at out loud reading. So sometimes we just give him a script to try to read. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
We just do that for the office sake. We try not to film it because it's very embarrassing. But I'll bring it up now.
Yeah.
So what do you got written down here? What do you want to talk about?
My first thought is I don't understand why it's called the Killing Floor. Is that like a little severe of a title?
Well,
what is that
when I first
in reference to?
I mean, when I first saw it, I thought it said the Killing Fields, and I was like, that's not going to go over well.
Right.
But like this happened on Cutthroat too. They had the gulags.
Yeah.
And it was like, ooh, let's scale that back a little bit. And then they didn't do it. So I guess Killing Floor is what they ended up going with. Are they using the set from Mad Max? Because Mad Max was filmed in Namibia.
So that's what I thought, and I Googled it, and I was like, I typed in Mad Max Killing Floor, because I've never seen this movie. I'm like, maybe that's a thing in the movie.
Max?
I know. One of these
God,
people.
You're not watching Game of Thrones. You haven't seen Mad Max. At least you're in on the challenge.
Yeah. Pretty much. Challenge Housewives, that's pretty much where I stick. But
in sports, obviously, here at DraftKings.
Yeah, exactly. That takes up a lot of time.
It does.
Significant amount.
So that it's not the same place.
What's not the
Killing
same place?
Floor, like it's
that did not show up anywhere on Google. Killing Floor, nothing.
Well, it may not be. They might not have called it the Killing. It just seems like it's just all the leftover props from Mad Max are just around this compound.
I know. I'm not sure, but
okay.
I just always thought that went a little like unaddressed. Like, why is it called that? And then something that just kind of made me sad was that there was only, now that Nani's gone, there's one real worlder left, Wes.
That's tough, though.
It's just
because,
like a new
the real
time.
world hasn't really existed in like 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh,
at least there's no like. I guess Hunter's Are You the One, so he's still around. I could do with all of them. No more Are You the One. People.
Agreed.
I like Hunter though.
I feel like that show should have cycled back by now, so maybe they're done with it and they're doing X on the Beach instead.
X on the Beach is a better like. Because you can grab people from different shows. It's a good testing out period for the challenge if people want to come on.
Right.
Like that Chad guy from The Bachelor was on X on the Beach. How is he not on the challenge? Like, this is the perfect show for him.
That was what I thought of when I was watching The Bachelor. And that was before they started putting people like that on the challenge. And I was like, this guy is TV gold. I love him so much. When he was talking about drink milk, milk's great. Like, oh my God.
He tried to fight Chris Harrison on Bachelor in Paradise in the first episode. That was amazing.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved
him.
him.
They ended up going with the guy they had on from The Bachelor this year was just the biggest loser I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't even remember his name.
I was going to say Chad, but
it seems like a Chad.
Name. But that's not his name.
I forget.
Jesse, maybe?
I think
no,
it's
that's
Chase.
Not right. Chase, yeah.
Yeah.
One of those soft names.
He sucked.
So you really think Wes is going to win? There's no chance Wes wins. Not a chance. I love Wes. I hope he wins. He's not winning. He's been bad at some of these challenges.
If I had to put money down, I gotta pick Wes.
Who's on your fantasy team?
So I have Pauly.
Ugh. Fucking hate Pauly.
I don't like him either, but he's getting me points.
Is he getting a lot of points?
Not
though?
lately, but off
At
the
the
bat.
beginning,
Off
he
the
had a
bat.
ton.
Kyle, who hasn't been doing much.
Can we agree that he's the best character on the show? Who doesn't love Kyle? Doesn't he seem like a great hang?
My favorite person is Georgia.
Really?
She's got the voice of a Spice Girl. I just can't get enough of her. I mean, she's just, the rookie of the year, clearly. She's dating the #1 rookie male, for sure. Whatever you want to call it.
But I thought he was dating his cousin.
Cousin, I know. I wish I had her. She's been great.
She's on my team.
So I didn't pick any new people.
I wanted to get Hunter on my team, and I couldn't. And where they were paired up, I was like, I don't really know who this is. I think Hunter's going to do well. I'll take Hunter's partner.
Yeah.
And I think she's been the highest scoring person.
Really?
Like, overall. Like,
Probably. She's got everything.
She's been hooking up. She's, like, been one of the few people drinking. She's won, like,
Crying.
3 eliminations.
Yeah.
She's been good.
But
I finally lost Nani, though.
Me too.
I lost my first person.
Same. So I also have Hunter. Hate Hunter. I was ecstatic when Ashley took the money from him.
Why? Why do you hate Hunter? He seems like such a genuinely nice guy.
And that seemed like a genuine statement.
No.
I have Ninja, who finally did something in terms of outside of winning this week. I have Nani no more, and I have Cara Maria.
Gross.
I know.
Cara.
But I picked her because she
Polly.
wins and hooks up.
See,
fights with Kyle.
I went the other way with it. I went with Theo instead of Cara. So I have Theo on my team. He scores literally 0 points every single week.
Yeah.
But he's just going to be there. So we get to the deliberation. Who was voted in at the end? Or did we see?
We didn't see.
We didn't see.
It's looking like it's going to be Kyle.
So who does Kyle call out?
Well, he didn't get picked. No one got picked yet.
No, but it's probably going to be like the whole story centered around Kyle basically going in. And he has like a broken toe.
Yeah.
Apparently. As well. So if he goes in, who does he pick? Or does Polly...
Who's up for...
Theo
grabs
and Hunter.
That's it.
I think that's it. But it seems like Polly wants to go head to head here with Kyle, and I think if he does that, Polly's going to lose, which would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Like when Jordan did it to Bananas.
Oh my god.
I love Jordan. Love Jordan.
We need him back.
I don't think he's coming back.
It's been a while.
He won Dirty 30, and I think he's just like, I'm out.
With a torn ACL or something, or Achilles or something.
I thought he was going to be dead when he jumped out of the parachute didn't open.
That was amazing. All that running on like whatever it was. Some sort of like lower leg injury.
Yeah, and that was through like the salt mines in Chile or something like that. It didn't seem like a great atmosphere to be going out running.
I know.
My guy Derek came in second.
They put a lot of emphasis. They keep talking about how much you need to be able to run at the end. In the final.
It depends on the final, though. Like, the last two, you haven't needed to.
No.
But in that one, if you were good at running, you would have won.
Yeah. And there's been once where they're like, okay, run 10 miles to the next puzzle. And okay, and then it's important. But if it's like a mile or two, it's really going to come down to whatever you're doing at the puzzle station.
The last two finals have been god-awful.
Horrific.
Like, especially the last one, where apparently they cut out for TV portions of the final.
Yeah, why would you do that?
And I still can't figure out how Hunter lost to Ashley.
Yeah, and then walking over coals, like, I just didn't even understand.
No, it was just like, we gotta do something else here at the end.
Yeah.
But, like, if Hunter doesn't eat all that food, they lose. Like, that's the reason that they won. But he seemed to be given no credit for that.
I know. I guess I was happy that Ashley took the money because that's what you should do.
You should do. Absolutely you should.
It's a lot of money. If it's like $2,000 and it's the difference between 2 and 1, all right, let's share it. But like,
and even so, just do it for TV and like give them some money after the fact. It's better for TV.
Exactly.
It makes you a much better character in the future.
Yes, and I wasn't mad at Johnny Bananas for doing it either.
Good.
Because I hate Sarah.
What? Sarah's like
She's
the most
so unlikable.
What?
Did you watch her season of The Real World?
Brooklyn?
Yes.
Yeah, she was fine.
Ugh.
She grew up a lot since then.
She was in love with Kenny.
That's a rough look.
I miss those guys. The Kennys and the Evans.
Yeah, well, they're not allowed to be back.
I know.
I think Evan lives by me. He lives in Toronto as well. I always feel like I'm going to run into him.
I forgot he was Canadian.
I feel like I'm going to run into him somewhere. It's never happened.
You should make it happen. Stalk him a little bit.
I don't want to stalk Evan. I don't want to do it. I feel like just organically running into him has to be the move.
Yeah. All right, so my other notes.
Do you think that Polly will...
Yes.
If it comes down to it, and he's given the option to volunteer himself to go in against Kyle, do you think he does it?
I think right now he's talking the talk. I don't think he's going to actually do it. Because they're so close.
I will like Polly if he does it. Win or lose, I will like it. Because I'll laugh at him if he loses. If he wins, he did it.
Exactly.
It's a great move, but like, him and Kara on the season are just like, they cannot be back on the next season. They will be, but they can't be back.
I think
just do something.
It's a very strange situation because I think Polly does like her, Kara, but Kara is clearly still in love with Kyle. Like, it's so obvious.
You think so?
Why else would you constantly be calling out, there goes my amazing, sexy boyfriend, he's got the greatest, you know what, like, who needs to hear that all the time if you're not overcompensating?
I agree she's overcompensating, but I don't think it's like love with Kyle. I think it's something that we just don't know. I
think every time she sees his face, she gets so jealous and needs to remember, oh yeah, I have this guy too. This guy's cool, he's into me, like, just trying to remind everybody that she's, like, desired.
Yeah. This season's been a really bad look for her. And she's not
She pretty much always looks bad.
She had her, like, run where she became, like, the face of the challenge. And she became super popular, everyone liked her, and she's just been weird ever since. Maybe
well, then when, Abram came back into the challenge picture, and then she hooked up with that guy, Tom playing Rochambeau or rock, paper, scissors, whatever.
That was one, was that on Bloodlines? It was Tom
with
and his,
a cousin.
It was Tom and his, like...
Excuse me, cousin, not her cousin.
Yeah.
You just called him cousin like it was his name.
Oh, that was... They are cousins, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But she just said, like, hey, cousin, come here. Like,
do you think she had ever met him before?
Her cousin?
Her cousin?
I hope so.
Oh, she just didn't know his name, so she had to call him cousin?
Maybe, yeah, she couldn't remember.
But Tom was there with his, like, twin brother. He was a real world, like... He was on that season.
I forget what season.
I think he was on with, like, Corey and Ashley... The first of, like, the... Explosion, then there was the one with Tony.
You're right. Yep.
The one with Tony was after.
That was Skeletons.
Which was a pretty good season.
That was good, too.
People were out on those two. I really enjoyed
those
two.
No, I liked those two.
Ashley was such a train wreck on The Real World. She quit. She got voted... No one gets voted out of the house on The Real World. She did.
She was like, I'll own your family, or my family will buy you, or something, like, horrific to Corey on, like, night 2.
And then she disappeared for, like, 4 days, which I assume was on a coke binge, but... Where else are you going? You're just disappearing from the real world.
Yeah.
And no one can find you.
And she was, like, from Portland. So she was just always, like, hanging out with her own people.
It was San Francisco.
Or, yeah.
But she's not from there. She lived there. She's from, like, Virginia or something.
So she had all her own people. Yeah, she's definitely from, like, West Virginia.
I've never been to West Virginia. I do not know.
Yeah, speaking of cousins, you know, probably.
She's just throwing shade. Shade at West Virginia. Have you been to West Virginia?
No offense, West Virginia. Sorry.
Anything else on the sheet?
Well, I probably really hate when these episodes get flipped like this. Yeah. And I understand why they did it.
Do it once.
Yeah. I understand why they did it for this episode, because you can't end on such a lame elimination like that, where Georgia just wins in 2 seconds. But, like, now we're going to get into this cycle for however many more eliminations there are, and it just kills me. Like, you feel dissatisfied.
I'm curious to see if they actually have, like, an elimination at the end of the next episode, because the winners of the mission are automatically in the finals.
Right.
So that,
we're that close.
That might be the end of the episode, is that then they'll announce who won, or maybe they'll make that a cliffhanger. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm kind of out on the cliffhangers. I kind of wish they'd go back to 30 minutes. Do it twice a week, 30 minutes.
Twice a week?
Yeah, why not?
I would love that.
Well, I mean, it's not that the hour is too long. Like, I like the hour of content, but so much of the content, like, the bumper's going to break, the bumper's coming back from break, they're the exact same stuff. Like, realistically, out of the hour show, we might get, like, 38 minutes of content. And if we went to, like, the 22-minute episodes, like the half hour, maybe we get, like, an extra 2 minutes, something. Yeah. I've been rewatching The Inferno, too. And it really, like, the structure works perfectly. You have the daily mission, that's one episode. You have the elimination, that's the next episode.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep.
So you get these, like, 2 little, like, arcs. There's more time for, like, partying.
Yes.
And the Inferno works out really well, because there's only 20 people on it.
Right.
And people kind of last. You have your teams, but...
What was the theme of that one? Was that still Real World Road Rules?
No,
or were
that was I think it was the second to last. Like, Inferno 1 was the last Real World versus Road Rules, and Road Rules killed them so badly they had to change it up. So this one was like good guys versus badasses. So,
okay.
So the badass team is fucking incredible. It's like CT, Abram,
Coral?
No, I don't think Coral's on the season. Coral's on Inferno 1. CT, Abram, Derek, someone and someone. Karamo's on that team, and he just gets knocked out right away because he sucks. And someone, and like the other team is like Miz, Landon.
Landon, in my opinion,
is the best ever.
Doesn't have like the resume that others have.
He has 3 wins in 5 seasons.
Right.
And he should have won Duel 2, but he left the room. So he got voted in. And then he went crazy on Brad. Brad's on that season too. It's one of Brad's first seasons.
Is that Now It's a Necklace?
No.
Now It's a Necklace.
I don't think so.
It was the greatest part in challenge history.
On Duel 2.
That's when it was.
Yeah,
Duel
that was
2.
on Duel 2.
Oh my god. That's the name of my fantasy team.
Is it?
Now It's a Necklace.
That's good. What place are you in?
Well, I don't know about... Oh, I probably had a good episode last night. I was in like 20th.
Yeah, so you're right around me.
Yeah.
Paul was like way down. Paul also has Kara and Paul. He just complains about it the entire time.
Yeah.
Now he hates them. So you think Wes is going to win?
I do.
I think it's going to be Theo or Turbo.
Why Theo?
Because we haven't got anything on him yet. It's the classic challenge move that the person who actually wins or goes to the very end, we don't really learn about them, especially if they're a new person. And now, like, unless he gets eliminated this episode, which I like the next episode, which I doubt he does. Because I don't think anyone wants to face him is the thing. Because he's by far the best athlete who's there.
He might be decent to... Because they're going to do Hall Brawl. And he's going to have a hard... I guess he could hurdle over you, but if you're Kyle, he's like 6'3", or at least looks it.
But Theo's like 6'5", though, isn't he? Like, see, Theo's huge.
So I'm saying, like, Theo's move would be to hurdle.
Instead
of to go under.
I don't think so. I think the reason that Theo doesn't get called out, I could be completely off on this. Like, where he's like a real athlete, like an Olympic level athlete, I think he's stronger than most of these people.
Do we know what he runs? Is it like a mile, or is he a sprinter?
I believe he did the 400.
Okay, so that's a sprint.
And the sprinters are more muscular, by and large, than long-distance runners.
But they're not going to have the cardio. The long-distance cardio.
I mean, I would still take the guy who's an Olympic-level 400-meter guy over some random challenge dude who's probably, like, smoking when they're not looking.
Yeah.
Like, over Kyle.
For sure.
God, I think
just
like
firing back heaters over there.
You don't see, like, Bear smoked.
Yep.
And Nani smoked.
Yes.
They were the only 2 people they showed smoking. Also,
probably.
I think it's Inferno 1. Like, Katie's, like, doing the elimination and smoking at the same time.
Katie
was great. That's where she got her win. That's why she was on the champs team for the Ruins.
Oh, yeah.
They tried to vote her out every single episode. Yep. She won, like, 3 eliminations.
Yes. See, I love when that happens, when you just get, like... You just get angry, and then you're just motivated.
It got her 2-5. They should have been nice to her, then voted her in, then she would have nothing to play for. But you have to get the shitty person off your team. Right. I think it's Gauntlet 3, Gauntlet 2, Gauntlet 3, when Big Easy kills them, because he like has a heart attack halfway through the final.
Like an actual heart attack.
Yeah, like he had to be taken off. And they almost came back and won somehow.
Yeah.
But they were disqualified.
That was crazy. That was a good one, though.
All right. Anything else this episode?
That's pretty much all I got. I think... For girls, if we want to talk about girl winners.
If Georgia makes it.
Oh, wait, it's just one winner.
Yeah, it's just one winner.
So why divide them up?
I don't know. I don't quite get it.
It's weird.
Like,
if I had to pick a girl winner, though,
Ninja?
it's between... No. It's between Maddie and Georgia.
If it comes down to something like cardio, Maddie's fucked. I can't see her running 10 miles. Like, at the same pace that, like, Georgia, like, runs 10 miles.
Yeah. That's, like, what she does.
Yeah, like, she has a huge advantage if it comes down to running. Like, I just don't know about Ninja. Like, Ninja's clearly a great athlete, but...
I mean, she didn't get picked very quickly in the, when the men were picking the women.
Which was surprising.
I guess because they know she's not a runner.
Maybe.
They must. I thought that was strange, too. And then for Wes to be so upset openly.
Yeah, I think that's just
rude.
Whatever. I think it's just for camera.
Probably.
Wes knows how to play all the angles here.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see Wes again for a while. I do hope he wins, but I just don't.
If he wins, it might be the last one.
No, I don't think so. I think it's good enough for his, like, where he owns all these, like, little businesses, these micro businesses.
Yeah.
Just getting his name out there every few years and increasing the following so he can distribute his message is really key. Yeah. I think that's why he feuded with Bear.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes at whoever's the most popular,
Popular.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a very sensible move on his part. But he's become like the fan favorite this year. Do you think that's because he's like one of the only old challengers left?
I do.
Like,
He's the only,
I guess Nani was there for a while.
I guess.
She didn't really do anything.
No. She hooked up with Hunter, but we didn't
Did
barely
she
saw
even-
that.
Did she even hook up with Hunter? I got into Rob about this. He gave them hookup points.
They did. There was one, blanket over the head scene.
Yeah, I guess if that's the case, then that's a move. All right. Where can everyone follow you?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram.
Talk to you about Housewives?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hit me up about Housewives. My favorite. New York City all day. Greatest show. No bad episodes ever.
No bad episodes.
Yep. My handle is at Bills in Me Pocket. Made it when I was 13. Don't remember what it means. Bills with a Z.
You know you can change that,
me
right?
pocket.
You can change
Yeah,
your
but I
Twitter.
like it now. I just can't explain it.
Come up with some sort of backstory for it.
I'll work on it.
You work on it. Next time we talk, you have to have a backstory. for it.
Okay.
All right, I'm Pat Mayo. You can follow me at the PME, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you want to get into a draw for 20 DK bucks, 2 ways to do so this week. Smash the like button of the episode so hard you break your screen. Probably don't want to do that. Leave your DraftKings handle in the comment section. Tell me who you think is going to win the challenge, the one lone survivor to win the $750,000 at the end of the season. Also, if you rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, or Spotify, leave a 5-star review, DraftKings handle, and something nice about the show. Because I would like to read nice things about the show, not just negative stuff all the time. Most people just very negative. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Pat Mayo. Go hit up Rob for the update with the challenge fantasy scoring once he finally gets around to it. So just update the league probably Friday. You'll be good. All right? Pat Mayo, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Experience! Experience!